this week you'll need your pencil, cotton swabs for blending, and obviously your sketchbook or a piece of paper to start. We're going to be drawing an eye, which you've probably drawn before, but this eye is going to be different. It's going to be a mirror to your personality. So follow along with me and do a curved line across the top and another swooping, curving line across the bottom while I talk you through this drawing tutorial. I want you to think about what makes you special, what makes you different, what makes you who you are. So think about those things while you start the basic shape of your eyeball. Yeah, I said eyeball. So you're going to be drawing another curved line across the top, and this is going to represent the eyelid, which most people forget when they're drawing. Then their eyes end up looking really surprised. So make your corrections as you go. And the next step is to draw two very, very big curved lines that are almost like parentheses. Most people draw their eyes like too small inside. They make the circle just floating. I want this eye to take up the whole space. Now for the center, what I normally do is a curved half a circle, or a little more than half, a semicircle. Then what I'm going to do is take different parts and aspects of my personality and fill in the eye. So I obviously have an artist palette and a ruler. I have a little skyline representing Morristown, some jewelry chain on the side because I like to make jewelry. And I have some, that went really quick, the time lapse. Over here, I'm just doing a tear duct while I explain the rest of what I drew inside the eye. I had some mountains and also some clouds, and then I did two birds in the sky. And it's something you might not know about me, but the two birds represent my brother and my father, who have both passed away. So I wanted to include them as part of the artwork, kind of like a special little memorial. Here I'm drawing the eyelashes, and they're curving out of the top part of the eye. The eyelashes should start out shorter at the beginning and then get longer towards the middle of the eye, and then get a little bit shorter again at the end when you reach the edge. Next, I'm just going to add a few eyelashes on the bottom just for some visual texture, not too many, where it ends up looking like a spider. And then I'm going to start to darken a lot of the area around the eye and start on the darkening and shading of the center. So I'm starting with the darkest areas first. Got the eyelashes, shading them all in. Then I'm going to go to the pupil and get that to be really, really dark. I flipped my sketchbook over so I could get the paper directly on the wooden table. This allows a lot darker of a line to appear. If you draw on the padding of your sketchbook, you're going to end up with a much softer and lighter line, which I didn't really want for this drawing, especially for that part. So I'm going through and adding lots of different values and tones to the top of my drawing. Now it's time to take the cotton swab and really smooth out the areas that have a lot of pencil shading. You're going to start with the darker areas first and smooth out all those lines. This will allow some graphite to collect on the tip of the cotton swab. You can take that cotton swab and start blending the lighter areas in next, and the graphite that is on the tip will spread out. And you don't want the whole thing to be blended. You want to blend each area separately. So when I'm doing the sky, I'm only doing the sky. When I'm doing the mountains, I'm only doing the mountains in the direction of the shape that I'm doing. I'm not just taking a cotton swab and stirring the whole thing like it is a giant pot of soup. You want to take that cotton swab and do blending and shading around your whole drawing. Another trick that I learned in art school was to add a little bit of gray to the very edges of the eye. Most people leave it completely white, and this flattens the shape. You want it to have a little bit more form, so doing this little bit of shading at the corners will allow the eye to have more dimensionality and a little more pop off the page. After you've got most of your blending done, you can go back with an eraser and do some touch-ups of anything that got a little smudged or blurred. And ta-da! Here is my personal reflection to my soul. I mean, it's a drawing of an eye with things from my personality in it, but it's good. I want you to show me your personality, show me little things about yourself, and show a little mirror to who you are. What makes you you?